process of this portrayal of this young obese woman who's got a set of problems, who's living in this kind of really dark situation. Now, for us to watch the finished product is one thing, but talk to me a little bit, Lee, about the process daily of creating that portrait, sketching that art, man.
Well, one, I can't take off, technically I can't take the credit for it. I mean, I executed, I said, listen, this is what I want, y'all. But I had my wonderful cinematographer, my production designer, my editor. This is just like, I hate it when directors get up and act like they have been, like, that's not the case, at least for me. Like, I have talented crew that just make my dream happen. And then the actors ultimately execute the vision that is in my head. And I don't believe in rehearsal. So, because it's been so geniusly executed by my writer. So the words are the words, and they're magnificent. So now and I don't believe in a lot of ad-libbing at all. And I don't believe in rehearsal. So what we do is we sit down and we talk. We talk for hours and hours and hours and hours on end. And we talk about sex. We talk about my past. We talk about Wendy Williams. We talk about sunglasses. We talk about literature. We talk about gossip. Whatever is clever. And then so that before we yell action, we're on the same, not sentence, not word, but syllable. We are one. We are one organism moving together. And I watched recently someone sent me something where, because I don't remember my movies, it's like a train moving fast, and I can't really remember the experience. Someone sent me a clip of me directing Monique, and I'm grunting, literally, I'm like grunting in tongue, and maybe moving my hands around, which is indicative of how it is that, we work as a team. And she's just nodding, she understands, and she's grunting back to me. It's a primal sort of thing, and I think that, that is what is up on screen. Trust. They trust me, they trust me. When you come into my world, we don't have any money. And so, Monique is, helping people, put on makeup. Mariah's helping people with costumes. Lenny Kravitz is at craft services. We are one. We are a family, and that's what I think shows on the film.
Now, Lee, you talked about Monique. I'm thinking that through your body of films again, you've had the Billy Bob Thorntons, the Halle Berrys, the Cuba Gooding Jr.'s, the Helen Mirrens, Monique, as you just mentioned. What is it about you that, and I've watched tons of directors direct films, and they can't move these actors around or generate this level of emotion? What is it about Lee Daniels that pulls these performances out of these artists? And I mean, stop, and don't be humble. I mean, talk to the audience, because this is a good one.
Because they know that I'm, they know that I am a demanding man. I demand it. I demand honesty. I demand perfection. I demand it. I demand it from you. You cannot come on my set and not tell your truth and not dig deep. It's never good enough. It's never good enough, ever. And you just dig deeper into the truth, and you're just like peeling an onion until you are pure. And they love it, they love it. They love being told, that sucked! Do it again! That sucked! Get out of here! And they love me, I mean, I think that you can't work with me, and I can't work with you unless we really love each other. Like, you accept me, you embrace me, and you embrace my energy and my spirit, and I embrace you. And so, again, it goes back to being one.
Now, Lee, I realize that, inwardly you want folks to dislike you, to dislike your work, so you can kind of keep your edge. But you are on the verge that, I'm not saying that you won't make small arts films again, but there's larger work that's coming your way by virtue of your work here in Precious. How will you make that transition from the small indie art world to kind of now the formulaic kind of big budget Hollywood films? How does that work for you, or will it work for you?
I don't know. We're going to see. I'm doing a film next that is with a company called Path A. They did they're really cool. My producer is a guy that Brad Pitt give me the freedom to be me. So I don't really know, because I've never always been me. You know, I've only been me on every. The great thing about independent cinema is that you're able to. You have final control of every. I have control over all my movies, and then you walk into the big world, and you lose control, and that's frightening. So in this little baby step that I'm making into the big world, they're letting me have control, and that's a great thing. It's a powerful thing.
Have you talked to, you know, your peers like the Spike Lees, the John Singletons, the folks who started off making these smaller films, and listen to some of their stories?
I do. I've listened to them, and you know, I am here because of them. You know, I'm here right now because of them, and you know, that's hard. That's a hard baton to hold on to, you know, because they're pretty fierce. Yeah.
So the interesting other irony about this film, as you said earlier about Tyler Perry, Tyler Perry's name being on a film like this is the polar opposite of the sorts of movies that he makes.
Yes.
So
why?
How is
my mom? I told you. Was it okay? You know, someone asked me, don't you have a problem with Tyler Perry's name, you know, and you think, he makes these other kinds of movies. Tyler Perry is a genius, okay? He has a specific demographic. He reaches my mom. Like, I can't reach my mother, and I'm her son. So, you know, we can, with our hoity-toity, you know, sort of critics and stuff, sit here and say what they want, but guess what? He's reaching someone that I want to reach. And so I embrace that with gusto, and it's an honor to have his name on my film.
Now, we're a month away, Lee, from the launch of the award season, and already, you know, I wrote a very nasty note when your film was snubbed by the Gotham Independent Film Awards earlier. You've got the Golden Globes coming up. You got the Oscars coming up. And I realize that this might not be your thing, but I understand that your movie is generating that type of buzz. What do you think? Or do you not even focus on any of those accolades or accomplishments or achievements?
I don't. I get the heebies thinking about it. I really, like when you just said it, my whole body language changed, and I'm trying. You got me on this camera, so I gotta pull it together and hold up. You know, you're a strong black man. No, I don't. I'm in a bubble, you know. They told me that we were going to get nominated. Kevin Bacon was going to get nominated for the Woodsman. Oh, he's going to get nominated. And I remember thinking, even saying it, you know, and then having my feelings hurt, you know, when he didn't. I was literally down, comforter under me. I was in the fetal position, shaking, you know. So you can't embrace that. You can only, my win was Sapphire, the writer, the brilliant novelist, poet, who saw the movie crying in my arms, you know. My win was, I thought we were going to DVD, you know. I knew we were going to DVD. And so, that we got accepted into Sundance, and that we won Sundance, and as I'm winning Sundance, Oprah's on the phone with me, like there are no more wins. There are no more wins. The rest is gravy, and I embrace that. But I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy for Mariah. I'm really happy for her that, you know, people will now take her seriously as an actor. That was a goal, and that was achieved. And I'm happy for Gabby, who is, you know, when I was walking, we were in Cannes. Like, how can you talk about any other awards when you sit here, when you're walking down with a 22-minute standing ovation at Cannes? Like, that is I have not witnessed it, and I've been to Cannes with, you know, as an audience member, and it's just shocking, you know. So with Gabby, we walk in the red carpet at Cannes, and it was a mile long of just photographers, as long as the eye could see, and I'm looking over my periphery, over my shoulder, and there's Gabby posing like she did in the movie. So I just created the scene. Like, this is, and it's happening. It is an outer body experience. Precious is an outer body experience for me. It is a life force that is very emotional to even talk about, you know. So it's you know, that's my award. Is when you change a girl's life like that.